These 6 exercises are wrecking your knees. Seniors, stop before it's too late. Did you know that some of the exercises you've been doing for years, maybe even decades, might be quietly sabotaging your knees? For many people in their late 60s or beyond, the habits that once built strength and stamina could now be the very reason they're waking up with pain, swelling, or even struggling to climb a set of stairs. It's easy to believe that continuing your regular fitness routine is a good thing. After all, staying active is vital for longevity, but there's a fine line between staying fit and accelerating joint damage, especially when it comes to the knees, one of the most delicate and overworked joints in the body. As you age, your cartilage loses its bounce. It thins out, your joints stiffen, your tendons become less elastic. So, when you subject your knees to the same force and angles you did in your 40s, you're not building strength. You might be grinding away what little cushioning remains. That's why understanding which exercises to avoid is no longer optional. It's essential. Your mobility, independence, and ability to live a full, active life depend on the choices you make right now. Let's start with an exercise that might seem completely harmless, but is actually one of the worst culprits for aging knees: kneeling leg curls. This seemingly simple machine-based exercise, often found in gyms and rehab centers, can place undue stress on the patella tendon and restrict blood flow when your leg is in a flexed position. While it was once a go-to for toning hamstrings, it now puts aging joints at risk of inflammation and long-term strain. As your legs curl upward, the unnatural angle and compression at the knee joint can lead to micro-damage that accumulates quietly over time. What's worse is that many seniors interpret the soreness after this movement as muscle gain, when in reality, it's the joint begging for relief. That tingling or stiffness after your set isn't just discomfort, it's a red flag. Next, consider treadmill jogging. It might seem like a safer alternative to outdoor running, but for individuals over 65, it could be just as harmful, if not more. The mechanical nature of treadmill belts forces your gait into a repetitive motion that may not be natural for your body. Unlike walking on varied terrain, where your knees get subtle shifts in angles and pressure, treadmill jogging creates a monotonous, pounding rhythm that compounds stress in exactly the same spot with every step. Think about it. Your knees are absorbing thousands of micro-impacts during a session, often at a faster pace than outdoor walking. These repeated shocks slowly erode joint cartilage, and what starts as a dull ache in the front of your knee can evolve into full-blown patellofemoral pain syndrome. Many seniors push through this discomfort thinking it's simply part of aging. But let's be clear, pain is not a badge of honor. It's a warning that something is breaking down. If you're nodding along and realizing you've done these exercises recently, you're not alone. Now would be a good moment to pause, hit that subscribe button, and join a community that values longevity and smart training over outdated fitness rules. And hey, if any part of this video reminds you of something you've experienced, maybe that strange clicking sound in your knee or the stiffness that lingers after a workout, drop a comment, not a boring one. We want the real stuff, the kind of comment your future self will thank you for leaving. Now let's talk about one of the most deceivingly intense moves for senior knees: step aerobics. You've seen them, those routines where you step up and down repeatedly on a platform, while following a rhythmic beat. They might look simple, even gentle, but each upward step requires your knee to lift your entire body weight and then control it on the way down. Multiply that by dozens of reps, and you're creating a significant compression force that fatigues your joints fast. The downward motion is especially problematic because it combines impact with deceleration, a movement pattern that older knees are not built to handle repetitively. Over time, this results in joint instability, persistent soreness, and an increased risk of meniscus tears, What's scary is that you won't feel the damage right away. It creeps in slowly, showing up one morning as an unexpected swelling or sharp twinge as you go to tie your shoes. Another common mistake: resistance band squats. Yes, the very exercise many YouTube fitness gurus recommend as knee-friendly can, in fact, become dangerous when performed incorrectly or too frequently. The issue here is control and positioning. Resistance bands create a variable tension that isn't uniform, and as your body compensates, it can cause your knees to drift inward or push too far forward. This misalignment, especially in aging joints with reduced proprioception, creates strain in the knee ligaments, leading to long-term issues like IT band syndrome or medial knee pain. The very tools meant to support your workout could be sneakily sabotaging your knees. Let's not forget the elliptical trainer. Surprised? While often marketed as low impact and senior safe, ellipticals can actually cause joint overuse due to repetitive circular motion, especially when used with incorrect form or too high a resistance. Because the motion is so smooth and frictionless, users may go longer than they should, unknowingly stressing the knees with each cycle. And here's where it gets tricky. Elliptical machines give the illusion of gentle exercise, but their design doesn't allow for natural gait adjustment or rest intervals, which are critical for aging joints. In the short term, it feels fine, but over months, it can contribute to cartilage thinning and tendon irritation, especially in the quadriceps insertion at the knee. Lastly, let's address wall sits. You know the ones, where you press your back flat against a wall and hold a squat position for 30 seconds or more. This isometric move may seem like a strength builder, but for those in their 70s, it can lock the knee joint in an unnatural angle under tension, starving it of movement. An oxygenated blood flow, holding that static position for extended periods, increases pressure in the synovial capsule, which can aggravate existing inflammation and even lead to bursitis. And once you start dealing with bursitis or fluid retention in the knee, it's a slippery slope to chronic pain and functional limitations. So what should you do instead? First, rethink what fitness means for your age. It's not about intensity anymore, it's about sustainability. Walking on grass instead of concrete, water aerobics and stationary cycling with minimal resistance are all excellent alternatives. Gentle Pilates, light resistance training with proper alignment and daily stretching can rebuild strength without the wear and tear. Incorporate exercises that nourish the joint instead of depleting it. Think of your knees not as tools to be tested, but as partners to be protected. And above all, listen to your body. That whisper of discomfort you feel today could become the scream of disability tomorrow if ignored. There's bravery in knowing when to stop, in choosing the smart route over the hard one. Your knees have carried you this far. Don't force them into early retirement just to follow routines that no longer serve you. If this resonated with you in any way, consider subscribing. Not because you should, but because you deserve a space where aging is honored and movement is redefined with wisdom. We're building a community here, one full of resilience, support, and real talk. Drop your story in the comments. What have you learned from your body recently? What small change are you proud of? We want to hear it. Let's grow together, not just older, but wiser and stronger, one step at a time.